Today, we're going to learn the risk solver platform to make a decision tree. There are some advantages of using the software to make a decision tree. First, you can do a fast recalculation of changes to probabilities or payoff. Also, easy sensitivity analysis is possible. Above all, we can draw a clear tree diagrams. Here is an example we're going to use for this demo. Glenn Seaborg was trying to decide how many cases of hot dogs with the buns to order for his concession stand at the football stadium for the next weekend. Demand for hot dogs was largely dependent on the weather. If the weather was hot, fans want ice cream and he can sell enough hot dogs to use 1 cases. If weather is warm, the demand for hot dogs was higher and he can sell 2 cases. And if weather turns to be cold, he can sell up to 3 cases. Each case of hot dogs with the burns cost him $300. Sales of case of hot dogs would bring in $500 in revenue. Any unsold hot dogs would be donated to the homeless shelter since they couldn't keep until the next home game. The probability of hot weather is estimated to be 25%. Warm weather is estimated to be 35%, and cold weather is estimated to be 40%. In order to start a new tree, we click on this decision tree button. In your risk solver for web version, there is risk decision tree button on the top. So if you click on this, then you can see that this dialog box appears when decision tree button is clicked, and you're gonna add node button clicked. Then you can choose type of node, decision or event chance node, and you can give a name to each of the branches and specify the value for the branches. In our Seaborg problem, we have decision node to start with, and I'm gonna name as Seaborg. And decision node has 3 branches, so I'm gonna click on this add branch to make 3 branches for this decision node, and named it as following. First branch named it as by 1 cases. Second branch named as by 2 cases. Third one, we have option to buy 3 cases of hot dogs. And we're gonna add the payoff associated with that branch, which means that money paid for that hot dogs. If we buy 1 cases, since one case of hot dog costs $300, so we have to pay $300 as payoff. And if you buy 2 cases, $600 is your money to pay. And if you buy 3 cases, negative $900 is value for that branches. If you click on OK, then you can see that the decision tree. Now it's time to make an uncertain node. To create an uncertain node, click on the triangle at the end of the branch and select the add select the triangle and add node from the menu. And in this case, we're gonna choose event and chance as a node type, and you can name the node as weather. And we have three possible events in each uncertain node. So I'm gonna add one more branch. So first branch, I'm gonna name it as hot weather. Second branch represents warm weather, and third branch represents cold weather. And each branch there is values and payoffs and probabilities. So value here is 500, right? So, and then if there is warm weather, even though demand is 2 cases, we just order just one one case of hot dogs, our revenue is still 500, same as cold weather. Also, probability of each uncertain event is given as follows. It's 0.25, 0.35, and 0.40. If you click on OK, then you can see that these three branches has been added to the first decision node. Okay, same thing for you can actually add same branch for the second decision. So you can do the same thing. So click on events and chance node, and name of the branch is weather, and add branch, and each one represents weather. In this case, because your decision was by 2 cases, if demand is hot, if the weather is hot, the demand is going to be 1 case of hot dog. Therefore, your revenue is 500. If the weather is warm, then you can sell 2 cases of hot dogs. So now you can actually earn $1,000. Even though the weather is cold, you can just because you have just 2 cases of hot dogs, you can earn $1,000. So the chance of the hot weather is same as before. It's 0.25, 0.35, and 0.40. Click on OK. And here lastly, we also can add node the end of the decision tree. Same thing. I'm gonna add name as weather. One branch, add one more branch. And first branch represents hot weather. Then you can sell 1 cases of hot dogs, and the probability of the hot weather is 0.25. And also second case, the weather is warm, then you can sell and earn $1,000. In this case, probability is given as 35%. And lastly, if cold weather, then demand is higher than warm. You can actually sell up to $1,500, and probability of cold weather is 40%. And you can click on OK. Good. What is good about this risk solver is it actually automatically solves for the optimal policy with the current tree. The number inside this decision tree 2 indicates which branch should be chosen. In our Seaborg example, the optimal decision is decision number 2, which means by 2 cases. And the number associated with this square represents expected payoff as $275. Okay, this is end of the demo example, so we're gonna do more in the lab session.